I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, if I could get an approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion that we approve the agenda for March 1st, 2022.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor? Larry?
Yes.
Aye.
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 The agenda has been approved for March 1st. And approval of minutes. Apparently last month I misspoke and we accidentally approved December. So we're going to have to approve both. We'll start with approval of the minutes from the February 1st, 2022 Planning Commission meeting. Any corrections?
Not that I know.
I will so move.
I have a first
Second.
and a second.
Aye.
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 And to correct myself, if we can get an approval of the January 4th, 2022 Planning Commission meeting.
I move we approve the January 4th minutes,
I'll second it.
2022.
All right, we have a first and a second. Larry? Larry? I'm sorry. Approval of the January minutes? Aye.
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 All right, moving on. As we have no unfinished business, we'll move into new business. MS 21010 TB minor subdivision. Mr. Hall?
I only got 2 or 3 little notes here.
I'm sorry, would you turn on your microphone?
Press it here.
There you go. Thank you.
I only got 2 or 3 little notes. In the paper and write-up that I got here, it notes that this is off of Dozier Avenue. This is actually off of 7th Street in Penrose. I didn't know whether there was just a confusion in that write-up or not. Farther down in it, it talks about the title commitment. I believe the title commitment date was in December, not March of 2016. And I'm not sure what this, we'll need a OWTS on the proof of sewer because it's a septic and we provided the perk test and whatnot for the vacant lot on it. Otherwise, do you guys have any questions?
We'll go with the staff report, and then if we have any questions, we'll get back to you. Micah?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yes, those are just some typos on the staff report. Referring agency comments, the Fremont County Department of Transportation, the applicant will need to submit a driveway access permit for each lot when developed. The Fremont County project engineer states that the stormwater drainage plan and report at this time, he would recommend approving this waiver, but requires that a stormwater drain plan and report at the time of building on the western vacant lot. And as for the Department of Public Health and Environment, basically states that they want them to contact the Fremont County Building Department for septic system requirements. If this minor subdivision has no commercial applications, there's no requirement for the Fremont County Department of Health and Environment at that time. As for my department, we do recommend approval for this minor sub.
Okay. Commissioners, any questions for Mr. Hall or Micah?
No. No, sir.
This was pretty cut and dried, and
Yeah, straightforward,
I didn't
really.
see anything on this one. If not, I'm open to a motion.
I will make a motion that we approved MS 21-010. That's still the right one. Okay. With a waiver of the stormwater discharge until building permit is issued on the spare lot if required.
I'll second it.
Okay, I have a first and a second for approval on MS 21010. Larry? Aye.
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 God, we just about did a record.
That's
Not
pretty-
waste 5 minutes.
That's pretty quick. Thank you, George. And we'll move on to MS 22001, Foundation Subdivision. Matt? You gotta be
Good
quicker, you gotta be faster than him, so go.
Okay. It's all existing, all utilities are in, there's nothing new. It's pretty straightforward. So this is located on Poplar and Ash. The existing houses, this lot's been in existence for quite a while with those existing houses on it. All the utilities are based on the addresses, so there's water taps for each lot, sewer taps, everything's there. We're just trying to bring it into compliance so they can actually build a new house and remove one of the mobile homes on the 2-acre lot as a residence. So that's what brought this all about. So it is pretty straightforward. We're just basically adding that line where it belongs in between the two parcels. So,
Okay, Micah?
Thank you again, Mr. Chair. Referring agencies, the Department, or Fremont County Department of Transportation has reviewed the applicant. They do not have any issues as there are existing structures and access points. The project engineer states that based on the recent dirt work on the southern lot, it seems likely building is planned for the near future since the properties drain in a fashion that does not impact adjoining properties. It would be recommended that stormwater drainage plan and report be deferred until time of building rather than having it being a waiver. And the Department of Public Health and Environment had no comments. And again, our department does recommend approval.
Okay, so instead of a waiver, it's just a deferral since they are closer to building than, is that what you're saying?
That's
Micah?
what the project engineer is recommending, yes, sir.
Okay, so we just need to change the wording to deferral instead of a waiver. Are you okay with that?
yeah, I believe that's the way we already understood it, was that it would be deferred until time of building permit. We did request for it to be a waiver since all the buildings were in existence at the time. And just building a new building and removing the mobile home didn't seem like that major of a deal. But the county engineer did require us to have a deferral on that, so.
Okay.
Okay.
Commissioners?
So are they changing the drive at all? I know you said that the mobile home, are they moving that out of the way? Is that it, or doing away with it?
They may use it for storage, but there won't be a residence any longer. So the driveway, I believe, will stay in the same place as it is.
So they're not gonna come in off,
Yeah.
yeah, they're not gonna come in off Ash or anything?
No, the driveways will stay where they are.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, just a comment, on the issue of stormwater and adding some buildings, essentially, if you add any impervious surface, there is an effect on nearby properties and stuff, because you're adding impervious surface, which now runs off, rather than having the opportunity to soak in. That, from the city viewpoint, that's kind of the city viewpoint. Just a comment for our understanding. I'm perfectly fine with a deferral. I mean, there's no problem with that. But I just wanted to make that comment.
Thank you. Any other questions for Matt?
No, I'll make a motion that we approve minor subdivision 22-001, okay, still that foundation, with a deferral for the stormwater discharge planning until future building sites.
Yeah, I think that was correct, what we need to do, Micah. And a second?
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to approve MS 22-001. Larry?
Aye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Thank you, Jim. And as that is all I have on my agenda, we will adjourn.